stars after 3, 2, 1. We're live. It is the Kent Beck Scrum. It is Friday, where sometimes Website One business gets done. Updates from me. Yesterday, pairing with Michael, we're trying to get the Premium Plus upgrade button in there. Gosh, that turned out to have all sorts of things going on. It is now, we've got a sort of experimental pull request in there. Don't merge that yet. Oh, it's good that you're here, Raoul. So it's like it's there. Don't merge it. Don't merge it. It's it's all green. So I think we've got it working. It's got tests. It's got the whole thing. But I think there's, as I've been blogging about, there's kind of stuff I think that will need improving there before that kind of comes in. So that's sort of stable. I haven't been pairing today. I've been working on the MOOC legacy homework and preparing for my talk at Rails Remote Conf next Tuesday. So yeah, not a lot. Just getting things done. I also have my knee operation on Monday. I can now walk up and down the stairs with a cup of tea. That, I tell you, is a real step forward for me this week. Yeah, that's my side. Let's go to Raoul. Yeah, how are things going with you this week?
Not much coding activities as I would like to, but things are all right. Last weekend I was at another hackathon entire weekend from Friday. Just built a proof of concept Rails app for helping the government manage housing applications, to allow people to apply for housing opportunities, and then they have a admin dashboard for administrator to manage those applications and say who's entitled to receive the house and stuff like that. So I worked on that last weekend. That's probably why I wasn't at the Kent Beck on Friday.
No worries. Yeah. Is there a different Kent Beck in the week that would be easier for you to make generally, or is Friday going to be all right going forward?
Well, the thing is, I can, in principle, attend most of them. It's just that whenever there's one starting, I'm probably working on something else, and I don't get a chance to jump in. But yeah.
Sure. Well, and that's no biggie. I mean, I know that you're an extremely busy man. I guess the thing for us to be thinking about is now that we sort of dropped. I don't know. It's almost like we saw more of you when we had that main meeting, and now anyway, there's something for us to work out.
Well, the thing is, things are calming a little bit this month with Craft Academy. So yeah, maybe I want to do more coding. Because I haven't been doing much of that lately. So yeah, hopefully, now that we're almost done with this current cohort, before we get the new one, I'll probably have some more time to spend on some stuff there.
Sure, and no worries, no criticism implied there. I mean, the key thing is always just working out what we can do to help facilitate you get more coding done. And we're sort of experimenting with this. I mean, the asynchronous voting and not having a big meeting during the week. So now Corey, who's a new premium member and has graduated from Ironhack and is somewhere in the US, and he's coupled with the audio is an open office. So I'll just summarize the chat that we've got coming from him. So he's just getting started with adventures. He's identified an issue on how the Hire Me link appears on a user's own profile page, which he's filed a link for, which it seems like an obvious oversight on our part and a good thing to fix. So yeah, and he's just getting set with a dev code base, looking around, getting a sense of what's going on. So that's good. So I mean, what we could just do is, I think if that's all of our issues, is we could just quickly vote on that issue. Because there's 3 of us here. I mean, that's our rule of thumb is, in order to do a vote, you need three people. And so what we might do here, I think I've got the link. What we tend to do is we grab, if we're doing, so this would be like a synchronous vote as opposed to the asynchronous vote. And so we take the link and we stick that in the Website One channel in Slack, because this annoyingly this Google Plus chat doesn't persist. So I'll just do it here, voting on this. I'll just share my screen. So let's go this. Yeah, I'm better than this week, so I have fewer monitors, so everything takes a little bit longer. So that's my screen. I've just shared it there. We'll just go and look at the thing here. So and Corey, fantastic ticket here in terms of you know, the screenshots, this sort of stuff. It makes sense to me. Raul, any additional discussion or explanation required of the?
I'm just quickly reading the issues of links for profile. The presence of the link. So we want to take that link out? Is that?
Well, I think what's being proposed is not that take it out completely. It's just that, I mean, I don't have mine on my profile usually, but I think what we have is the ability for people to turn it on and off. But if you turn it on, not only does other people see it, but you see it yourself.
All right.
So the proposal is that you wouldn't see the hire me button for yourself because you wouldn't send yourself a message.
Okay. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument that might say that it's in some ways having it look the same as it does for other people. Like if we remove it, when you make the email public, sorry, when you wrong thing, when you do the show me hire button, for the user themselves, they won't see any change in the interface. So it kind of, you know, I think probably we can just leave the ticket as, you know, it wouldn't be shown. But there is there's a kind of feedback loop that we potentially lose there. I think Corey was sort of like seeing it in the first instance. He was like not sure why it was there for himself, so it was confusing. So it's clearly there's something, you know, not completely desirable about what it is there. Yeah, and Corey's just saying about the audio. I mean, I think probably the thing to do is, you know, let's vote on it as is and allow Corey to start work on it, and then we can sort of think about, you know, do we need like a kind of a help doc as well that explains like when somebody, you know, when somebody switches it on for themselves, what it would mean. Anyway, does that make sense?
Yeah, so I just quickly went. I remember there was a similar feature on GitHub, and like when you turn it on, you don't see anything on your profile.
Right.
So what makes sense maybe to not show it to the user.
Yeah. So, well, and at least the lack of visibility, we'd have the same level of lack of visibility of GitHub. So if GitHub's doing it, it's probably okay, maybe. Anyway, so if maybe we're ready to go to a vote on this, and so the way that would work then, because Corey, is basically type 1, 2, or 3 based on, you know, relatively simple, medium, or complex. My rule of thumb is, you know, if it's just a change to the view and some tests to check that it's there or not, then that's sort of a 1 is simple. If it's going to involve database or a new gem or something, that's 2. If it's going to be extensive changes, lots of gems, untested gems, then maybe a 3. So I will unshare my screen so I don't give away my my vote there. Yes, there we go. Right, and I will pop into the Slack there, my vote. If Rao, and I know Corey's, I'll just say like I'll send a message to here, Corey. Vote 1, 2, or 3 here, just in case he doesn't hear me through the Hangouts.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to do a countdown for 3, 2, 1, and then we'll press the button together, and Raoul and I have converged, and yeah, woo! That's how we do that. Right. So we have now achieved a high level of synchronicity. We've voted on this thing. So what I've noticed is actually, so if I adjust this estimate here, that's actually in ZenHub rather than in Waffle, and so probably what I should sensibly be doing is doing it in Waffle there. So that's this one here. Can I have that? We set a 1, and we can move that into the estimate comment, and actually we can put that into the ready column. And Corey wants to start on that. So I think that's not. Is that Corey? No, that's somebody else. What I will need to do in order to, I'll need to add you to the team, Corey, so that I can assign you to that. But I'll do that after the Scrum. But yeah, I think our work here is done. Yeah. Anything else we need to coordinate, Raoul?
Nothing so far. I think we all good.
Yeah, I think we'll probably leave it there. Yeah, and Corey, probably, you know, if you've got any other questions or any other concerns, you know, reach out to me in the Slack, and we'll sort you out. We'll maybe get you involved in doing a async vote on some of the other things. And greetings to all of you. Hello, viewer. Hope you enjoyed the exciting Camp Beck Scrum. Yeah, and have a great weekend. See you on Monday.
You too,
Yeah?
Sam. Have a good one.
All right, thanks, Rob. Bye for now. Bye, Corey. Good to see you.